Hey everybody. So today I kind of wanted to have my take on something that I see as an issue in the car community, and that's pretty much just the hate between like different groups of cars, like what different people drive, like the hate based around the kinds of cars. I don't know, it's just something that kind of bothers me. Like there was a video that Super WRX fan made about the new Camaro SS 1LE. And I commented on it and I said, even though I'm a Mustang guy, this really makes me want a Camaro. And I got roasted in the comments by most people. And they're like, oh yeah, some Mustang guy you are. You just said you buy a Camaro. I'm like, why does it matter if it's a good car? You know, like, I don't know. It bothers me. Like, since I have a Mustang and since I primarily had Mustangs, I don't see why it's an issue if I like a Camaro or like a Challenger or any other type of car. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. I guess I'm just more of an open-minded kind of person when it comes to that. But I just feel like in the car community, we all like cars. It's our passion. We all like driving, doing things to our cars, talking about them. So why should we have to be forced to exclusively like one car brand or one model of car? I don't know. If I go to a car meet and I have a Mustang, I should be able to go up to somebody that, for instance, has a BRZ or an FRS, and I should be able to have a conversation with them and not feel like they're maybe judging me for my car. I don't want them to feel like I'm judging them for their car. There's a lot of judgment, especially at car meets, at least that I've experienced, especially having a V6 Mustang. It is the worst. Roasted all the time. But, I mean, it's whatever. I don't really care at this point. I like my car. Sure, I'd like to upgrade, but it's just not reasonable. There's a certain level of maturity that a lot of people in the car scene lack, and I feel like that's sad. I don't know. I mean, and it's not with everybody. I'm not saying this is an issue with every single person. It's a lot of people. Like, I have a ton of good friends. Like, some of my best friends ever I met through cars. And I'm sure a lot of people can say the same. But at the same time, I've met a lot of people that I'm just not a fan of because of the way they treated me, just because of what I drive. They have no intention of talking to me and actually listening to what I know or what I think about different cars. They automatically assume who I am just based off of what I drive. And sure, there's some stereotypes that might be more true, but that doesn't reach out to everybody, you know? I don't know. I just wished more people would be open-minded in the car scene. I feel like that's something that's really lacking. I don't know. I mean, to some people it's not really a problem because they're the ones driving the 900 horsepower Evos or the 1,000 horsepower GTRs. So they don't really see this side of the car community. They have everybody like kissing their butt, like, oh, I love your car so much. But a lot of times people get kind of shunned or pushed off to the side or judged because they're not driving something that's not super nice. I know there's been multiple instances where somebody will judge me or talk bad on me because of the fact that I drive a V6 Mustang. They'll start judging me. And they're like, oh, why would you get that? Why wouldn't you get something better? Why wouldn't you get something with a V8? And like for me, what it really came down to was whenever I was looking, I wanted a 3-valve GT, but I really liked this body style that I have now more than what the 3 valves had to offer. And I know people are saying the 2010s, but for a 2010 V8, whenever I was looking, it just wasn't as financially smart as it is now. You can find a 3-valve 2010 for 12 or 13, even cheaper all day long. And that just wasn't the case then. I like this body style, and I just kind of looked at the horsepower numbers. So the outgoing model, I think it was maybe 300 horsepower or maybe like 310 or something like that, the 3-valve. And the V6 has 305. Obviously that's not wheel horsepower, but neither of them were rated for wheel horsepower with the numbers I just told you. So I had that in my mind. I'm like, oh, well, the horsepower is about the same. I like this body style better, so why not? And I knew it was a V6, so I'd be getting into a little bit of the hate, but I didn't imagine it'd be as bad as it is. I mean, everybody roasts me. Everybody. Even if they're not a car enthusiast. But, you know, that's just how it goes. I mean, every once in a while I'll get some compliments. Like, there's one guy on one of my videos that said he's not a fan of V6s, but mine looks better than his V8. So, like, I'll take that compliment. I know it's kind of a double-sided, backhanded compliment, but regardless, I'll take it. I've had good experiences with this car and bad experiences, but for the most part, I've had a lot of people roasting me, but that's okay. Kind of get used to it after some time. Side note though, this road I'm driving on is really cool. I've never been back here before and it's awesome. I'll definitely have to come back here again. I wish I wasn't stuck behind this Mercedes-Benz of Nashville courtesy vehicle, but that's just the card I was dealt, or the hand I was dealt. You know what I'm trying to say. There's just a lot of hate in the car community. And I mean, I'll kid about it with my friends. Like my friend Blake, he's got a 2016 California Special, and he'll joke with me, but I know he's kidding. Like, he's admitted that it's not a bad car, you know what I mean? But I mean, that's the thing. Like, he works his butt off to pay for that car, and I mean, like, I have a job too, but I'm not working 40 plus hours a week to afford my car. It's paid off. So yeah, I mean, we all come from different positions, so everybody's situation isn't the same. I know there was one guy on my Mazda Speed 3 video that was just completely roasting the car, and he was like, the only thing sadder than this car is the person who buys one, or the idiot who buys one, or something like that. I'm like, are you kidding me? Come on. Like, Dalton, the owner of it, is a super nice guy, works his butt off, pays for that car all by himself, and it's a super fun car. And he definitely doesn't deserve the amount of hate he gets for it just by this one guy. You know, I responded to the guy, like, in the comments, which I probably should just not even bother, but I responded to him, and I just jokingly said, who hurt you? And he goes, nobody did. That's why I have the life that I have now. That's why I'm able to have the cars that I have now. And I'm like, well, that's great that you can have that stuff, but you're not 18 or 19 or 20 years old. You're like 30 or 40. Of course you can afford nicer cars. I don't know. Such a fun road. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's just stupid. All around stupid that people have so much hate that they just feel the need to tear somebody down about their pride and joy. It's just sad. And especially the people that take their time to write those rude comments. I mean, I know that's what I'm getting myself into on YouTube, but I don't know. They don't know where other people are coming from. They don't know how old somebody is that drives one of these cars. And I don't know. I mean, yeah, I probably could have got like a 2-valve GT or something like that if I really wanted a V8. But this would blow that out of the water. It would put a bus length on it in a race. And I feel like that's what a lot of people don't understand, especially in the Mustang community. So I'm not trying to hate on everybody in the Mustang community. There's tons of great people. But there are those bad apples that if it's not a V8, then it's crap. There could be a guy that has a GT that has a decent amount of stuff done to it, and I'd still beat it, but they don't care. They're still gonna make fun of me because I drive a V6. There's two sides to this argument. Like I said, there's people that don't experience this at all and don't think it's a problem, and there's people like me that get a lot of it and they think it's a pretty big problem. But I'm probably complaining more than the average person just because of what I drive. Kind of asking for it. Not only do I get Mustang jokes, but I get V6 jokes as well, so oops. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I still have more car knowledge than just a V6 Mustang, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. Like, there might be people that have a car that doesn't have, like, the best wheels on it. They might have rep wheels, or they might have, you know, fake arrow on it, or so, I don't know, just something like that. Like, they're trying to make their car cool because they genuinely love cars and modifying cars, and they have a passion for it. But if for some reason they're not able to get the best of the best, they get flack for it, and I just don't think that's fair. I don't know. That's pretty much gonna end my rant, but yeah, just let me know what you think, because I feel like this is kind of an issue, but some people might not. So I guess in the comments, let me know if you've ever experienced it, or if you think it's a problem, and what you think could be something that would help. I know most people have their opinions set, and there's nothing you can do to change someone's attitude, but maybe some of you will have some cool ideas. So that being said, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Subscribe if you want to. I'd really appreciate it, and have a great day. Bye.